Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. Wow, if there's ever been a list that could go wrong, it'd probably be this one. Just a little spoiler alert, some of the most legendary moments of all time simply will not be on this list because it's a top 10 list, not a top 1200 list. Because if you really want to get into the details, there are honestly countless moments that you could define as legendary. However, there are a few moments so iconic that they arguably transcend the rest and sit in a league entirely of their own. Those are the moments that define not just WWE, but professional wrestling as a whole, and those are the 10 most legendary WWE moments of all time. And I'm I fucked that up. Number 10, Shane McMahon owns WCW. In terms of the biggest wrestling storylines of all time, the Invasion pretty much is. I mean, it was undeniably the biggest missed booking opportunity of all time, but that doesn't really deter from the fact that it still technically was the biggest, or at least the most significant, storyline in all of professional wrestling. And this was essentially the climax of the storyline. Like a week before wrestling his father at WrestleMania 17, Shane McMahon revealed that he, in the ongoing Invasion fiasco that was happening, was the official owner of WCW. Vince's main competition, the Monday Night Wars, officially came head to head, and Shane was the owner of the other side. What the fuck is going on? The Invasion itself may have been a huge disappointment, but this moment alone almost made up for it. I mean, it really didn't. The Invasion was awful, but it was without a doubt one of the greatest in either company's history.
Wherever the contract reads, Shane McMahon, I now own WCW.
Number 9, Guerrero and Benoit celebrate. The ending of WrestleMania 20 truly is beautiful. Like, never mind the fact that both men are dead now. Never mind the fact that Benoit did what he did. Never mind anything wrong with the picture, and just try your hardest to enjoy the moment. Because WWE sure as hell won't anytime soon. And that's fair. But no matter how history has it written, the ending of this WrestleMania saw the two best in-ring performers and best friends celebrating the night in victory, both as world champions. It truly was a beautiful moment in time, so damn good in fact that they basically copied it a decade later for Daniel Bryan, and there's no doubt in my mind that they'll copy it again for WrestleMania 40, 50, 60.
But let's not forget the history of these two men. Eddie Guerrero with a heartfelt.
Number 8, Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage. It really is telling how impactful this moment was, considering that the in-ring career of Randy Savage within the WWF was ended literal moments before this took place, and yet just about no one remembers that part. Instead, people remember the ending of Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior for Miss Elizabeth saving her one true love from the sensational Sherry's betrayal and getting back together with the man of her dreams, who she was ironically breaking up with at the time behind the scenes, but let's never mind that fact. Number 7, the streak dies. The newest entry on this list somehow made one of the most emphatic statements you'll find here as the most legendary streak in sports. Yeah, probably. As a whole, came to an end 4 years ago, and it honestly is still semi-difficult to watch. I mean, this is The Undertaker we're talking about. The biggest legend in the industry. You want to talk about legendary moments, here's the man who built a career off of them. Yet cruelly, his only inclusion on this list is his most legendary defeat. It's almost upsetting, but legendary doesn't always mean a good thing. The word infamous exists for a reason, after all.
Congratulations to Brock Lesnar, but guys, that is heartbreaking to watch.
Number 6, the pipe bomb. The amount of times I've heard or seen the phrase, I got back into wrestling because of the pipe bomb, or because of CM Punk in 2011, is truly fucking astounding. Like, I'm not really that surprised, but it's still kind of insane. If the streak breaking was an emphatic statement, this was a work shoot list complaints against a rampant business owner. CM Punk took his microphone and took to the ramp to drop a literal, well, not literal, but shush, pipe bomb on WWE, Vince McMahon, and even the specific fans cheering his name because he could see that they were being hypocrites. God fucking
that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's dead. But the fact is, it's gonna get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law.
Number 5, DX invades WCW. Holy fuck, if there was ever a moment that encapsulated the Attitude Era, it'd probably be this. Of all the edge, the angst, all the WCW rivalry, all of what made DX so damn great, it was all here. When Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and company showed up knocking at WCW's doors with a fucking tank, you knew that either some shit was about to go down or someone was going to end up looking like a damn fool. And to the surprise of no one, WCW ended up looking a fool. Between taunted security and attempts to open up their doors, this flash-in-the-pan moment in reality was just so perfect for the era that it was born out of, because it was able to mesh with reality. The kayfabe reality, the line crossing between those two, it was just so perfectly on the edge, because this was literally employees of one company going to fuck with the employees of another company. That's awesome. Number 4, beer truck. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say DX's WCW invasion was the encapsulation of the Attitude Era? That was a weird sentence. Because I must have forgotten about that time Stone Cold Steve Austin sprayed the McMahon regime with beer from a goddamn truck. This moment really had it all when you think about it. Between the Austin-McMahon rivalry, the pure shock value of a fucking beer truck, the ridiculousness despite badassery, this shit really had everything the Attitude Era was meant to represent. This was car crash entertainment.
Stone Cold! Get operation! A beer man! You gotta be kidding me! Anytime for Austin!
Number 3, the double turn. The hardcore wrestling fan's most legendary moment, a moment so huge that it has its own the. Let me explain. In most cases, a double turn is just any time when two wrestlers switch sides between heel and face, i.e. the face turns heel on the heel, which in turn makes the heel more of a face, or vice versa. That's what a double turn is, but the word the can do a lot to a word or phrase. There's a big difference between a Rock and the Rock, and similarly there's a difference between a double turn and the double turn. Because when you say the double turn, you're talking about WrestleMania 13, when Bret Hart refused to let go of his sharpshooter on the villainous Steve Austin, in turn making us sympathize with Austin and slowly start to dislike Hart, turning him heel. Not only is it commonly referred to as the perfect execution of a double turn, but it also helped establish the career of the man who just about entirely saved the WWF in the Monday Night Wars. Kinda significant.
So, trying to get one more rush of adrenaline! Austin, stopping it right now. That's it. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Number 2, the slam heard around the world. When thinking about this list, if there was ever a moment so iconic that non-wrestling fans would probably recognize it, it was immediately thrown up for consideration. The fact that pretty much every human being alive has seen the image of Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant, whether or not they really know the impact or understand it as well as all of us do, gives this moment some insane edge. Despite the fact that the moment itself was nowhere near as revolutionary as WWF tried to make you believe, I mean, it had been done about a half a dozen to a dozen times before, still, it was undeniably one of the moments the company built their reputation on.
This professional athlete in the world today, look at this! He's golden! I don't believe it! I'm dropping a big leg!
And number 1, Austin 316. While the slam heard around the world may have been quote-unquote revolutionary, Austin 316 truly is as revolutionary as history is telling us. After winning the 1996 King of the Ring tournament, Stone Cold Steve Austin delivered the promo that would escalate his career into the stratosphere. In a single night, he positioned himself as the hungriest up-and-coming dog in the whole business and made it damn clear that he was the future. And wow, was he right. How right was he? I don't know. He only won Vince McMahon the Monday Night Wars.
Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
And those are the 10 most legendary WWE moments of all time. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below who you think we missed after liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and notifications-ing that damn bell.